Hi guys, I'm back feeling recharged from my Moroccan trip. I went to Marrakesh, Morocco for my birthday last week and I had so much fun. Today I will be continuing my Dubai perfume haul series, and if you are following this series, you know that we are now at part 4, and basically I'm reviewing all the fragrances that I got from Beauty World Middle East when I went there a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, as you can imagine, I received a lot of perfumes that I am doing my perfume reviews like in episodes or like series style. I'm even doing it by brand in order for me to give you in-depth reviews of these fragrances instead of me rushing to give you like my honest thoughts and opinions about them. So yeah, today I will only be talking about 3 fragrances. Paris Corner has a lot of new releases, okay? However, these are the only 3 perfumes that I managed to receive for now, as there will be more, okay? And I think these 2 over here are available already at Aroma Concepts. This one, I think, is a limited edition. Anyway, I'm gonna be talking about it in a while. Now, let's talk about Pinkling. You know what? I really wanted to show you this packaging because I think it's really beautiful. It's giving girly, pretty, pink aesthetics, and yes, this is how the bottle looks like. Now this fragrance, judging the packaging and the bottle, looks like going to be your girly girl, soft, feminine kind of rose scent, right? And it's not, okay? Now let me read you the notes first. It has saffron, cherry, milk, white flowers, benzoin, smoke, nagarmota or cypriol oil, amber, and musk. This fragrance, I will say, starts quite intense. The saffron was very prominent, along with the cherry and milk. So if you come to think of it, saffron, cherry, and milk, those 3 notes are quite hard to imagine. So I will say that the opening is quite intense. The kind of cherry that I get from here is like a syrupy, sweet kind of cherry, and it is mixed with that strong and heavy saffron along with milk, giving it such a big contrast. I'm gonna be honest with you, the opening might throw you a little bit off, okay? However, you have to let it sit for a while. It smells quite different on paper and on skin. On paper, it smells like just the opening, a little bit harsh and intense, but the dry down of this on my skin, guys, is so beautiful. This is more of like a syrupy cherry contrasted by saffron, cypriol oil, dark amber, and musk. If you are into cherry scents, aka like me, I think you're gonna like Pinkling. I have a lot of cherry scents in my collection. However, I don't have yet something similar to Pinkling, even though the opening kind of reminded me of Cherry Punk by Room 1015, but as it dries down, it goes completely to a different direction. As mentioned, this is saffron, syrupy, sweet cherry, dark amber, and cypriol oil. So there's something quite warm to the feel about it, which I find quite interesting. Don't think that it's going to be like a girly girl kind of perfume. This is a kind of cherry perfume that will give you confidence. I find it quite sexy. It's kind of giving femme fatale vibes actually. So yeah, really different from the vibes of the bottle and the packaging. Actually, this is my scent of the day. So let me top up. It is quite smoky as well. So imagine like a smoky, syrupy cherry with some saffron, resinous benzoin, amber, and musk. That is Pinkling. I heard that it is duping Siren by Fragrance Du Bois. I never tried that fragrance yet, so I don't want to let you guys know how close they are. However, if I have to judge this fragrance, I would say that it is a big like for me. I mentioned milk, however, I'm not really getting any kind of lactonic kind of aroma in here, not even creaminess. To me, as mentioned, this is syrupy cherry, resinous amber, benzoin, musk, and saffron in the final dry down. In my opinion, this is more of like a fall and winter scent. I like it a lot. I have a lot of cherries in my collection. However, even if it reminded me a little bit of Cherry Punk Extrait by Room 1015, the final dry down is completely different. This is a kind of fragrance that needs a full day wear in order to appreciate, in my opinion. Not a safe blind buy. So I highly recommend you sampling it first if you can. And yeah, when it comes to performance, I would say it's above average. Lasted me around 4 to 7 hours and it stays longer on clothes. Once again, Pinkling, and I find this fragrance feminine leaning. All right, next up is December Amber. If you follow me in TikTok, I mentioned that amongst all the new releases of Paris Corner, this is one of my favorites. Now, let me read you the notes. It has aniseed, apple, coconut, saffron, rose, plum, caramel, moss, vanilla, amber, benzoin, and cedar. Now, this is a warm, spicy, sweet amber and vanilla scent that I am really enjoying. I think it is because of the underlying creaminess of the coconut that made me love it. The saffron, rose, and plum in here are not that prominent. I will say it is sweet, and the kind of amber that is in here is not too intense. It opens up smelling kind of like a baked apple with underlying resinous amber and sweet caramel. I love the fact that the amber in here is not too intense. To me, it smells like baked apple pie with some creamy coconut, amber, sweet caramel, benzoin, and cedar. The final dry down of this fragrance is quite woody. On paper, this smells more of like vanilla and amber. However, on my skin, I noticed that the beginning will somehow make you think of Cambra with some creamy coconut. However, as it dries down, the vanilla really picks through along with that sweet caramel. So having said that, it is a sweet vanilla, amber, caramel, apple, and cedar. It feels warm on the skin. I remember when I was in Beauty World and I did that TikTok about my top favorites from Paris Corner, I mentioned that this is a kind of amber scent for everyday use. However, now that I have used this fragrance several times, I feel like it smells different on skin because on skin it feels very warm. It's giving fall and winter vibes on skin. Whereas on paper, it smells like an easy amber vanilla scent that you can wear anytime. I'm not really into extremely sweet kind of scents. However, there's something about this fragrance that smells luxurious to me. Yeah, as mentioned, baked apple pie, sweet caramel, coconut, sweet vanilla, amber, and cedar. You have to let this dry down, okay? Because you might judge it as another Cambra, but I promise you, it is not, and I love it. I find this fragrance actually quite unisex. I can imagine a man who loves sweet fragrances enjoying December Amber. So yeah, love this fragrance. Projection and longevity, quite good. It lasts me around 4 to 6 hours and it stays longer on clothes. Once again, guys, December Amber. And the last fragrance is a very special one because I received this when I attended their Gatsby party in Dubai, and I treasured this packaging so much that I brought it with me. It is quite sentimental. This is my name in Arabic. They did it on the spot on the party, so I'm really gonna cherish this packaging, that's for sure. And not only that, guys, this is how the box looks like inside. Okay, yes, this too has like a painting in it, and this bouquet of flowers is actually painted on the spot as well when I attended the event. It's called Amberbloom, by the way. This is the 81st bottle out of 350. This is a limited edition. They only made 350 bottles of Amberbloom. However, I need to petition because this fragrance is quite good to be a limited edition. Paris Corner, I need Amberbloom to be permanent, okay? Because as you can see, she is part of the Khair line. And if you've tried the Khair line of Paris Corner, you know that they are quite good. I know that most of them are duping Kayali fragrances, but Amberbloom is not, okay? In my opinion, this is actually a fragrance of its own. I was actually shocked because looking at the packaging and the name, I thought that it's going to be an amber scent, but I'm wrong. This smells like, yeah, the bouquet of flowers in it. It is a floral fragrance, particularly white floral with some freshness of pear and bergamot. If you watch my channel, you know that I'm not really a floral girly. However, this is a kind of floral that I will wear. Actually, I've worn this several times already since I got it from Dubai because it just makes me feel so feminine. The three main notes that I'm getting from here are tuberose, jasmine, and orange blossom. So I'm really talking about a white floral scent, okay? That doesn't give me headache. This perfume is so beautiful. I think if you are into white floral scent, this is a sure win for you. I know this is not available in the market yet. However, I just want to let you guys know and Paris Corner know how good it is, so they can actually think twice and make it prominent. It's a very sophisticated white floral scent that is in the same ballpark as Alien Goddess Intense. If you love Alien Goddess Intense, you will definitely love Amberbloom. It doesn't have the creamy coconut though that Alien Goddess Intense has. I think that's the difference. I find them actually quite similar, but for sure not dupes. I'm just saying that if you love Alien Goddess Intense, you will love this fragrance as well because in my opinion, yeah, they're quite similar, just without the creamy coconut. Also same ballpark as Deja Vu by Khair. So really white floral scent. It is beautiful, and yeah, I wish the Paris Corner will make Amberbloom prominent in their collection. Since it's a floral heavy scent, I find this fragrance feminine leaning. Projection is above average. It lasted me more than 8 hours and it stays even longer on clothes. So that is the short video for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. The last episode of this Dubai perfume haul will be coming this Sunday, so watch out for that. Once again, thank you all so much for watching and see you on my next one. Bye!